Alrighty, on to Chapter 2. Starlight's registration. Office, the city, afternoon. Introducing Starlight Glimmer. She's wearing a black button shirt, a purple coat, a purple bell skirt with a small purple, there's a lot of purple, follows her with an Equestria string trail, her cutie mark. On the side, black slip-on shoes and long purple socks. She is sitting in a chair in front of a desk, smiling. So you see, the only way that everyone to be happy is if all of us are equal. No one would ever flaunt their special talents because they won't have any talent to flaunt. Those who do not often think they are more special, or way more special, not knowing how inferior they made others feel. In a world where everyone is exactly the same, no one will be teased, no one will feel different, and no one will ever be treated unfairly again. Everyone would be happy to experience true friendship for the first time. It is revealed the person she's talking to behind the desk is her therapist, Stormy Flare. I see. Hang on. Alright, let's try it again. I see. Well, that's nice, dear. But, look, Starlight, I feel as if these sessions aren't getting us anywhere. You have not made much progress since you were released. Spending 3 months in juvenile hall with no improvement. It's gonna take a while for you to adjust to civil life. Oh, don't you fret. I'm quite sure I'm capable of making it out in the world and getting some poor person how his life is meant to be handled. Starlight, you know you're not supposed to do that. Not everyone's willing to accept your unique philosophy as you do. Your parents are really worried about you. That's only because they haven't quite seen the light just yet. Well, you also know I can't keep you from interacting with other people. You have your own life to live, and it won't make your condition any better. But getting to know different people is not such a bad thing. You get to learn what different interests they have. You might like it. Out of the question. Different interests lead to different opinions, which lead to misery and unhappiness. Well, you're gonna have to learn to live with it sometime. By the way, have you registered to any schools yet? Not really. I've yet to find this right school with students who share my personal commitments. Starlight, you have to go back to attending school. You're a very smart girl, and I don't want you to waste your education like this. This could be the next step in getting back into the world. If you don't apply soon, then I guess I'll have to do that for you. Remember, I may come and visit to see if you're making progress. I have no problem with that. I'm looking forward to making new friends. That's good, and I guess that's all the time we have today. Shall we say same time tomorrow? Sure. I do enjoy these little meetings. Good day, Miss Flare. Good day, Starlight. Oh, it was a female. Oh. That may explain so much. Starlight gets up from her seat, picks up the backpack she had at her feet, and walks out the door, still smiling. After she leaves, Stormflare gives herself a sigh of disappointment. Extension Office Building. Starlight walks out the building and notices some kids playing on a nearby lawn. Her smile slowly fades as she watches the kids playing games together and hugging their friends. She then pulls a photograph out from her backpack. Her eyes begin tearing up as she looks at it. She presses against her chest and walks away, reciting her own philosophy to herself. Exceptionalism is a lie. Be your best by never being your best. Choose equality as your special talent. You are no better than your friends, etc. Internal, Stormy Flare's office. Stormy Flare is looking through some old pamphlets. The Everton Independent Study Program. This ought to be best for Starlight. I'm already at my wits' end with that girl anyway. Then the phone suddenly starts ringing. So she picks it up. Hello? Stormy Flare here. Yes? Yes? She does come here. How do you know that? Who is this? Listen, if you're trying to pull something on me, I'm gonna... What? How? Well, it does sound pretty festive, but I don't think she would go along with it. Okay, go. Uh-huh. Yeah. Okay. What? Alright. Are you sure this will work? This doesn't seem professional. If you say so. Thank you. This would definitely help my predicament a lot. Okay, you really got me out of a jam. Goodbye. Despite her confusion, she goes through the pamphlets again and found the one for Crystal Prep Academy. Internal Stormy Flare's office. The next day. Afternoon. Starlight arrives and sits down on her usual seat. Okay, Miss Flare. So what sort of session will we be doing today? Actually, I want to discuss about applying to school. Yes. Well, I still haven't found a suitable school that would fit my needs. Well, lucky for you, I think I found one that's perfect. Stormflare hands Starlight the Crystal Prep pamphlet. Crystal Prep Academy. Nothing but the best. Students will experience proper education and quality athleticism to make them the best they can be. Crystal Prep is well known for its high academic scores and successful achievement of any other school. Sounds very tempting, but I'm gonna have to say no. I think it quite suits you very well. Your intentions may make you a great asset at this school if you apply. I'm sorry, but these students seem like they believe they are superior to everyone else. Such misguided and selfish intents they must have. And if I try to show off my talents, I will be no better than them. This doesn't seem to be the school for me. But that was before. Have you heard? Things at the school have changed. It all seems to have started at the friendship games. What Storm and Flare said got Starlight surprised with interest. The friendship games? It's a series of competitive events held once every 4 years between the Crystal Prep Shadow Balls and their arch rivals, the Candlelight High Wondercoats. They had it quite recently. Competitive, you say? Sounds like they care more about the games than the friendship. Well, Crystal Prep has won the games a multitude of times over the years. And why should this be of importance to me? Because something happened at the last friendship games. Both teams decided to end it in a tie. Sally gets surprisingly intrigued to hear this. A tie? What happened? No one knows, but the rumors say it caused such a change within the student body. They began treating their rivals as equals. Whatever happened at the freshman games made them better people than they were before. Now when they compete, they will do it fairly and equally. Makes you feel very exuberant about it, doesn't it? What do you think, Starlight? Starlight just sits there, astounded from what Stormflare said, staring at the Crystal pamphlet. Extern, Crystal Prep Academy, parking lot, the city. The next day, morning. Principal Cinch drives her purple car into its usual parking space. She gets out with a stack of files and papers in her arm, and walks into the school with an indignant look on her face. Internal Crystal Prep Academy, always. The students are all mingling with each other, until they see Cinch passing by. Some give an icy stare of resentment. Some seem frightened at her presence, and others just try to get out of her way. She walks down the halls with a cold expression with no reaction to her students. The Shadow 5, Sugarcoat, Sour Sweet, Sunny Flare, Indigo Sap, and Lemon Zest are all hanging out together by the lockers. Sugarcoat and Sour Sweet are having a conversation. Sunny Flare is listening in. Indigo Sap is going through her locker, and Lemon Zest is enjoying the loud rock music from her headphones. And this guy just bumped into me, and he never said sorry. Why don't you just suck it up, like a normal person? Watch your tongue, or else you'll end up like that guy the next time I see him. Sunny Flare sees Cinch coming their way and alerts the others, except for Lemon Zest, because she's too busy rocking out her headphones. Nicholas gives her a nudge to get her attention. Dude, what? Indigo bobs her head towards Singe, signaling Lim to see her. She walks by the girls without a response, only turning her eyes to see them giving her a disgusted stare. She then continues walking onwards. Or onward. External quits the Prep Academy. Principal Singe's office. Jean Keynes is looking over a clipboard outside Singe's office door until she spots Singe walking up the stairs. Principal Singe. How'd the meeting go? Horrid. Both school boards of Crystal Prep and Cadillac High were constantly breathing down my neck. Internal Principal Singe's office. Singe opens the door and walks into her office with Cadence following. Especially the president of the CHS board. What was her name again? Ah, yes, Miss Spoiled Rich. Or Spoiled Rich. Oh, yeah. I've heard she was a tough customer. I also heard she has a daughter that goes to that school. Disgraceful. It seems they have caught wind of the rumors about the friendship games, and they have been dodging me to take responsibility. Or dogging. I guess it's dogging. What's there to worry about? Crystal Prep has still got recognition from the tie. The students are more productive than ever before. Test scores are still high. No harm, no foul, right? You misunderstood. It is not the school status that they have doubts in. It is my position as its headmistress. They believe that I am no longer fit to run the school anymore. The students have already lost their faith in me, and word has spread that I may be exploiting their entire future. Even Spoiled Rich seems to be assured of my incompetence. Well, you're pretty involved in that, isn't that less defend in the games? You know pretty well was Cadillac High forced my hand in it. If it wasn't for their dubious tactics and possession of otherworldly magic, Crystal Prep would have won yet another friendship games. Fairly. My only concern is for our reputation in the games. It is not my fault for committing such a mishap. Now it seems Cadillac High's influence on our students is the reason they do not trust me anymore. I've also heard they have come up with a certain nickname for them. For me. What was it again? Singe the Witch. Quite. In any case, the school board suggested some form of retirement planning. Oh my. So are you willing to go along with it? Well, of course not. I was able to talk my way out of it, but the boards do seem to have their suspicions about me. So the idea of retirement is still in the air. I have put all of my life and worked too hard to make Crystal Prep the pinnacle of academical perfection, and I will not allow resignation to let me leave the school in worse condition than how I found it. And now that's all about to change. If you say so. Singe moves to the curtains and pulls on them a bed seat outside the window. She notices something got her in such a delight. Ah, perfect. She signals Cadence to come over to the window. So Cadence does just that, and looks out the window to see what Singe is looking at. External, Crystal Prep Academy, front lawn. Coming up to the school appears to be Starlight Glimmer, about to start her first day of Crystal Prep. She stops halfway and looks at the school with such concern. She then takes a deep breath and continues walking. Internal Principal Singe's office. Who is that? A new student. Another one? This one is very special. I've been expecting her for quite some time. So could you go down and greet her? Once you do, I want you to bring her to me. I would like to welcome this girl, personally. To be continued. I chose Dormitha because I couldn't think of anyone perfect for the role. Now that Starlight Glimmer has arrived at Crystal Prep, things will be getting interesting.